Greetings and welcome back to Standing Watch Talking Points. There's a debate out there as to whether or not things were created or whether or not they were evolved. Now today I'd like to talk to you about some of the issues with evolution, some of the obvious problems with that theory. I suppose when you were younger, somebody may have posed a question to you, which came first, the chicken or the egg? And when you think about it, if your response was the egg, then of course the logical question would be, well, where did the egg come from? And the other thing is, if the egg is not fertilized, it wouldn't produce an offspring. So the obvious answer, the correct answer would be the chicken came first, because a chicken could get fertilized by a male rooster and then produce offspring of its same kind, other chickens in other words. Now, another problem that evolutionists face is this business with birds, nesting birds. Now, if you took a bird and you put it in a cage for 10 generations and you never give it any nesting material, so it has no pre-knowledge of how to build a nest, and you take the 10th generation bird out and give it nesting material, it'll build a nest exactly like all the other birds of that species do. So then the question arises, how did that little bird learn how to build that nest? Unless a great creator God had put that knowledge in his brain. Another problem that is faced with evolutionists is, how do you explain migrating birds? Now, some birds will fly up to 2,000 miles and literally land on the same branch when they were hatched. Now, how does the bird do that, fly 2,000 miles with that degree of accuracy? Well, scientists have proven that they use the stars to migrate by. And when you think of it, that is quite an accomplishment for a bird. And the only logical explanation is that a great creator God has imprinted his brain with that knowledge on how to use the stars to migrate by. The evolutionists will say that, order came out of chaos. Now, if I told you that there was an explosion in a printing shop and out of that came the unabridged dictionary, you would say that I was crazy. And you'd probably be correct in that assessment. And yet that's what scientists try to tell you by the universe with its order and with the billions of stars and the billions of planets and the billions of galaxies. They're not all crashing and smashing into each other, but there's a degree of order in there and precision. And the most accurate clock is the universe, because the atomic clock on Earth has to use the universe to adjust itself. How that came to order, you can't have a creation without a creator. And it doesn't make sense that it came from a big explosion. Well, I have a booklet here that debunkles the theory of evolution, and it's called The Theory of Evolution, a Fairy Tale for Adults. It's a little booklet you can read in one sitting, but it goes into various aspects of evolution and how it just doesn't make a bit of sense, and the rightful answer would be accepting the fact that there's a great creator God. Now, another program I want to bring to your attention to is called the Standing Watch program. This program is produced and presented by evangelist Norbert Link, and it talks about current events and how the current events relate to Bible prophecy. Now, this program is about 15 minutes long, and it's current, produced weekly, and it's to your advantage to listen to it because it will keep you abreast as to what's going on, and it gives you a clear understanding of how all these events relate to the Bible and things that were predicted thousands of years ago by Jesus Christ. So you do yourself a favor and listen to this very informative program, and it can be watched at standingwatch.org. Now, to order the booklet, The Theory of Evolution, a Fairy Tale for Adults, you can either write to us or email us. I'll give you the mailing address. It's Church of God, a Christian Fellowship, P.O. Box 1480, Summerland, BC, VOH 1Z0. Or you can email us at churchofgodacf@telus.net. And of course, if you want to listen and watch the Standing Watch program, it can be watched at standingwatch.org. So thank you very much for listening. Until next time, this is Rene Messier for the Standing Watch Talking Points.